Hello, today we are going to make some, what we're going to call this, we're going to call it chicken and stuffing bowls, because that sounds delicious and I found a good easy recipe to do. We're going to modify it a little bit, as I always do, and let's just get on with it. So we're going to make this twice. So this recipe is going to be for one, and then I'm going to do another one off camera. So what I have here is about 2 rotisserie chickens. We're going to use half of that chicken. So 1 rotisserie chicken shredded up. Alright. And then we got 1 6-ounce bag of grated Parmesan cheese. Throw that into the bowl. We got 1 1-pound bag of mixed vegetables. This has carrots, corns, green beans, peas, and lima beans. Into the bowl. Alright. 1/3 cup of sour cream. 4 cloves of garlic minced, but I use pre-minced, so that's 4 teaspoons of minced garlic. 1 teaspoon of what we call this, all-purpose seasoning. I got this Montreal chicken seasoning from the store the other day, so we're going to use that. 1 teaspoon of chicken seasoning. All right. Let's get that all mixed up together. And throw in 1 can, 10.5 ounces of cream of chicken soup. All right. Give that a final mix. We're going to take this and put this in our 9x13 casserole dish. Alright, now we're going to make our stovetop kind of according to the box directions. Do it on a bowl here. Add a stuffing mix in there. I melted what we say here? 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of butter. Pour that over my crumbs. And I got 1.5 cups of hot water. We're going to pour it over our stuffing mix, and we're just going to fluff that. Alright. Then we're just going to spread that over the top of our casserole. Just like that. Alright, I need to make 1 more casserole, so I'll be right back. Alright, got the second one done. So, we're going to put this in my preheated oven, which has been preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 40 minutes. We're going to keep an eye on the stuffing. We want that to get golden brown, but we don't want it to dry out too much, so between 30 and 40 minutes. So I'll pop this in the oven, we'll come back and I'll let you know how long I baked it for at 400 degrees. I'll see you then. There you go. I did bake that for 30 minutes. It is looking delicious. boiling hot, so we're going to let this cool down a bit. Then we'll dish some up and tray some up for the freeze dryer. I'll see you then. All right, that's cooled down a bit. Let's get me a piece out for me to eat for dinner tonight. Oh yeah, check that out. That looks good. Let's have a little taste. I'm kind of hungry. Oh man, that is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful pie there. What'd that take? About 15 minutes to throw that together? And then another, can't remember how long we cooked it for. Baked it for 30 minutes, I believe it was. And you guys are going to end up with a delicious meal. That is delicious. Everything went together perfectly on that. Let's get my trays loaded up. So I use a medium Harvest Right freeze dryer with 4 tray slots, and that works out the recommended. Man, this is delicious. Can you guys see that? That stuffing on the top is just a bee's knees, let me tell you. That Parmesan cheese was like an addition. Original recipe didn't have that, but I thought that'd go good. And it did, let me tell you. That really set this dish off. That's 2.13. And I think I'm getting close to being a full tray here. You know, John and Bibbs, we like the royal we like to change things up a bit, and that recipe did not call for Parmesan cheese, but I thought, you know what? I bet that cheese would just go great in this. And you know what? It surely did. I got 2 more trays to dish up like that, and I'll be right back. Okay, there's my 3 trays, 2.5 pounds each. And I just want to give you a couple tips here. When I was putting this together in the bowl and into my casserole dish, I thought, this looks kind of dry. I wonder if I ought to add a little liquid to it. And I held off. I didn't add no liquid to it. And I'm glad I didn't, because this is a beautiful, creamy consistency. So you might, if you make this, which I highly recommend, you might be thinking, you know, maybe I should add a little liquid. Hold off on it, because it came out beautiful. Another thing I want to point out, because I've kind of glossed over it, I got this McCormick's Grill Mates seasoned Montreal chicken from Walmart, and that seasoning is what I added to it, and there's nothing I would change to this. It is so good. This has got to be like the best dish that I've made in a long time, really, a long time. Take my word for it. So I wouldn't change anything. I'd follow that recipe to a T, and you're going to end up with a delicious meal for the family. And if you do it twice, you're going to end up with a freeze dryer load. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this in the freezer, get it frozen solid. Once it's frozen solid, we'll fire up the freeze dryer and freeze dry it. Next time you see it, it'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. I'm going to enjoy this, and I got some left over for tomorrow. Maybe squeeze 2 days out of that. Fantastic. All right, I'll see you when it comes out of the freeze dryer. All right. This is what we decided to call this Chicken Parmesan and Stuffing Bowl. And as usual, I did my 40 hours just because that's what I like to do. Get to packaging this into meals. So we take our meal pouch. We're going to put 3 squares. Can I just tell you how bright these colors look? They're amazing. And we just kind of give it a gentle crumble. I do that because it makes it a lot easier to zip the bag shut when we come time for that. So, I'm going to get this all bagged up, and we'll be right back. All right, got those all in the bag. Now we take our 300cc O2 absorbers, pop one of those in each pouch, zip that shut, and on to the next. Be right back. All right, the green light has gone out on my heat sealer, so we are ready to throw a heat seal on these. I just squeeze that long enough to look for a melted edge along there, and I know I got a good seal. Let me get through this real quick, and I'll be right back. There we have it. Turn that off. Unplug it. Now we'll let these sit out for a day or two, just make sure everything stays nice and sealed. And in the meantime, we'll let that cool down, and I'll be back later to do a taste test on these. We'll rehydrate one and see how it comes back. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you in a minute. All right, it's been a few days. Kind of got tied up in things, and it's time to rehydrate some chicken parmesan and stuffing bowl. That's time for my dinner, so let's get her done. Alright, take out my O2 absorber, put my 3/4 of a cup of hot water in there, like that, and let's zip that shut. Alright, we'll wait 2 minutes and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. Let's give that a little stir. Oh man, that smells good. Alright. 2 more minutes. Alright. There's my total of 4 minutes. Let's see how it came back. Oh yeah, that's good. Alright, so we could eat this from the pouch, but we like to dish it up. Look at that. Look at all that beautiful chicken and vegetables, stuffing in there. Let's see what it tastes like. My, oh my, that looks pretty in color. Oh man. That is gorgeous. Everything's come back beautifully. Some of the stuffing has a little bit of a crunch to it, kind of like if you had baked your stuffing. Which of course we did. But everything else has come back nice and moist. The chicken. That beautiful Parmesan cheesy gravy in this. Delicious. Single out a lima bean. I've never really done lima beans on their own. A little bit of texture to that. Not much, not noticeable. Especially mixed in with everything. Yeah, that's another winner. You guys are going to enjoy this. Put this away for a nice camping trip or survival mode. And everybody else is eating beans and rice and you'll be eating like a king. I'm going to enjoy this off camera. I thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Cheers.